Alright, how's it going, guys? If y'all watched my last video, y'all will know that I went to a drift event last weekend. We thrashed and beat on this car very hard. This video is gonna be kind of fixing what I broke and showing you what a weekend like that does to a car. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed on this right now. I haven't really wanted to mess with it. It's really not that much, but on my money, it's a little difficult to come around to. I'm just gonna overview some of the things that broke and that we need to fix and get new parts for. First off, the biggest thing you'll probably notice is fenders. This one is split right here from front wheels, which are those actually. When I turn full lock and the car is leaning over to the side that it's sliding towards, it hits this fender and gets it so hot that it just pops. This side has one split and this other side is even worse. It's got actually three splits in it. I don't want to get new fenders just yet, just because they are expensive, and for this drift season these are going to break again, so probably this winter sometime. Also, some things that broke are inside. First off, we got my steering wheel. As you can see, it's all taped up because like the 5th lap out, this thing just started to come apart. This thing just started to shatter in my hands. And also, my shift knob came off halfway through the second day of the event. Ripped right off the threads. It's my 8-ball. I'm gonna get a different shift knob for this. The one I want is out of stock right now. The last thing that broke, actually there's some more, but this, as you know, G35 wing, not made for this car. It has riv nuts in it, and that one came out. The wing is very lopsided. We're gonna try to fix that and make it not happen again. And then the rest of what happened is under the hood over here. So the rest of it, stuff that you can't really see, but that I experienced while I was driving. So first off, y'all saw in the last video, the cam angle sensor keeps coming unplugged because this clip is broken right here. See this little thing with the 2 Phillips head screws? That part of it is broken. And then I pulled it off the trailer the other day and I smelled coolant. Popped the hood, coolant running all down this. So we're gonna get a new aluminum radiator with new fans. We're gonna do a very, very, very deep clean. This car is disgusting now. It isn't as bad as when we went to Cam's. We've just got some things to address. I wanted to make a video about it because I never want to hide anything from you guys. I want to show y'all all aspects of what drifting does to your car, and this is the reality of it. It does break stuff. Honestly, this is the least of it. I got super lucky that it only broke those things. Most of the time, people go to the track and bust axles every 3 laps, but for me, I got away with it. I'm gonna order some parts, and once they come in, we're gonna pick up where this video left off. I don't know how long that will be. After all that's done, we're gonna go give it a good wash and make it presentable again. Hello again. It's been a few days since those last clips were recorded. I just got a bunch of parts in and we're about to do a full cooling system revamp on this. Since the last event, it was getting a little hot. From Auto Dynasty, this is just an eBay dual core aluminum radiator with new fans. I'll show you all that in a second. We got a G Plus silicone hose kit, new intake tube for the Mega Squirt sensor. I went to Harbor Freight and picked up 2 oil cans because we're gonna reuse some of the coolant. I just flushed it not that long ago, so it's clean. I don't wanna have to buy all new coolant. We also got a shift knob to put in. This is just temporary. And we got a thermostat gasket. This is all the parts we have to put in. You know the steps of putting the car up on wood and everything, so I'm gonna skip over that because I'm sure y'all are bored with all that. But before we get into actually redoing the cooling system, I'm gonna unpackage all these parts and show you what I got. Okay, it's all unboxed. Here it is all together. So we got our aluminum radiator. This is just a no-name radiator from eBay. 10 blade fans, all the hardware for it, thermostat gasket, and a full G Plus silicone kit. It smells like weed for some reason. The package did too. It came with hose clips, so that's cool. Got the car up in the air. We're gonna put the drain right under here, and we're gonna drain it through this thing.
Crooked courses, shadows on the moonlit floor, on my stars, winged creatures.
All right, now it's time to start taking the rest of the stuff out.
Like the last human teachers. Once again, we must play new, even as the hours shake, crystal blood like a dream true.
All right, just to preface, I haven't watched any YouTube videos. I'm trying to figure out how to do things without that. I feel like it will be a lot more beneficial to me in the long run if I figure out how to do things without having to look up a YouTube video every single time. Anyway, just by looking at this radiator is gonna have to come out through the top, which I don't think will be a huge deal since this is so, you know, this moves a lot. So we won't have to mess with going by that sway bar or anything like that. But yeah, I'll set up another time-lapse thing so we can get this thing all the way out.
I believe too that you are the river of light, who I love, that I cling to in the belly of the empty night. From the 31st floor
right, well, it turns out there are only these two bolts up here, and it just sits down in there. All right, I got a little excited. I'm mocking it up right now. It looks really cool in here. Dresses up the engine bay a lot more, makes it look a lot better. I don't see where I'm supposed to mount the bottom, and that's a issue. It did come with some mounting hardware now that I think about it. Actually, we got to change a plan. So if you look on this, here's the mount that's already on the other one, right? And then this is where the radiator just slid right into those little hooks in engine bay. But you go over to this one has no hooks in it. So I'm thinking we can just swap the hooks out from the old one, put them in this one, and we don't have to do any of that stuff. We don't have to drill, none of that. This might be a lot easier than I thought. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the plan is gonna work. As you can see though, this is a little too big to fit through there. So I've got this Temu Christmas tree bit. We're just gonna enlarge that hole a little bit. Gonna drill that out real quick. That was very quick. It only took one step of the drill bit, and now slides in and out. It's very snug, that's what you want. Both handle things, what would you even call that? Both perches, rods, whatever you call these. They're both in, got the clips on them. A little ugly, but it's gonna do the job for sure. Before we put that in, since we have a ton of room under here, we're gonna change out this intake tube and rerun that how we want. And then we're gonna replace a lot of these old crusty hoses that run coolant between things. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it.
With a drone of fluorescence, flicker, fever, fill the form. With a warm dash, now I wanna touch like we never could before. I'd fly to you tomorrow, I'm gonna take your arms and walk you to the shore. I remember building an energy shield in your room like a temple.
Okay, it's been a little bit. I've been really getting after it. Got a ton done. Got the intake tube in. I've got all these replaced, these little hoses. That one replaced. I've got the radiator in, but I'm running into an issue with the fans. The fans don't mount up to the radiator. The mounting points are way off, and it comes with this little zip tie kit, but I have no clue how that's supposed to help me, and the stock fans don't fit up either. There is a shroud kit on eBay, but it comes with the fans, and I don't want to buy fans again. If I have to just end up buying 2 sets of fans, whatever, I guess I'll do it. But I think right now I'm probably just gonna get everything in its place and not put any coolant in it in case I need to take it back apart. I'll just back it up into the garage. We can put stuff up, and I can wait on some other parts. I put the new intake tube in and drilled out a place for my Mega Squirt air intake sensor. New thermostat gasket. Hey guys, it's been a few days. I've kind of skipped over a bunch of the boring part of this process. We're getting to the interesting stuff now, so I figured I would update you. This is the trunk off that car. I started to sand it, and I made the mistake of going all the way to bare metal in a few spots. Right now, what I'm doing is laying some thick coats of paint, and then I'm gonna sand it back smooth to kind of fill those low spots in where I went to bare metal and hopefully get this as smooth as possible. We're gonna be laying some lowrider patterns on this trunk. I've been doing valve covers for a few months now. I haven't really made a video on YouTube. This is the one that's gonna be going in my car. I did this earlier today while I was waiting for some paint to dry. All this striping that's blue right now, this is just the tape. When I pull this off, it's just gonna be silver, and we're gonna do a blue and yellow, I think. Once I get this all sanded flat, we'll lay the final coat of black on it, and then I'll show you how to lay out some lowrider patterns like that and a few other valve covers I've done. All right guys, finally the package came. This is what we've been waiting for to finish up the radiator and cooling system on this car. Right, as you can see, we got fully aluminum fan shroud. I am super excited about this. I've never really had a fan shroud. I've just had the regular fans and their plastic shroud, but I think this will be a lot more efficient and look a lot cooler. The unfortunate thing is it comes with these fans, and I couldn't option them out. So now I have 2 sets of fans. If you need some E-fans like this, 20 bucks, DM me at RevMatchRec on Instagram. 20 bucks, you can have the other set, exact same as these. I'm gonna get to it right now, and I'm gonna put this in. It's been a few days again. I'm all over the place, I know, I'm sorry. Got the engine bay 99.3% back together. Check this out. This is the new valve cover design. Cleaned everything up in here. Painted these black, painted this black, painted that back there black, still need that bolt. Painted thermostat housing black. New piping, fan shroud is in, bolted in with new black painted. fasteners, everything is looking really good. There's only a few more things they need to do, and they're super easy. First thing, down there, if you can see that, the bottom radiator hose is not connected yet because the car isn't jacked up and I can't get to it. Easy fix for that, right? Put it on a jack stand over here, tighten it up, pour coolant in it. We're good, right? Kinda. I get in there to start it and pull it up on some wood, clicks right over, nothing happens, battery's dead. I don't have jumper cables, so we're gonna wait for Trevor. He's gonna jump us off later tonight just to pull it up on some wood, just to put that coupler back on, just to pour coolant in it. We're kind of screwed right now, not gonna lie. After that, it'll be 100% done. All we would need to do is bleed it. I've made some progress on the trunk as well. Don't mind this, it's disgusting, I'm sorry. Finally laid the first coat of black on here. It's not perfect by any means. And also, it's my first time doing a real big Bondo job. You can't even tell there was a third brake light here. Oh, let me show y'all one more thing. Okay, I'm gonna press the switch. These are so loud and so powerful, I'll show y'all. Listen to that. See it blowing my shirt around? That's just one fan. This one's not even on. That's pretty awesome. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I'll get back with y'all when I have an update. A little update here. I ended up getting the car fully back together. Everything's going good, doesn't overheat. I bled the coolant system last night with the help of Trevor. But right now, I'm about to start laying down this lowrider pattern. The first thing you want to do is make sure you get the true center line. I still got some work to do. There's a little bit of a curve to that line. Okay, so I finally got my center line down. So I'll just give y'all an update with every pattern I lay and show y'all kind of my thought process behind it. There's no real thought process behind the design. That comes straight from your mind and what you think is cool. You have a gist in your head, put it down. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you think it will look like in your head, do that on here. It's literally that easy to come up with designs and stuff. Look at some inspiration photos, see what you like, and put it down on the piece. So I'll get back with y'all when I have a little design laid out. Okay, I've been working a little. I wasn't liking how it was going, so I went for something a little more dramatic. I like all these real tight, sharp angles. I'm really liking this. I think transferred onto that side, it'll look awesome. I still need to figure out how to fill this just a little bit. I don't want to fill too much. I want it to kind of be like this. You know what I mean? I don't want it super filled where there's too much black or too much of anything. I want it to be very balanced out. But I think so far that's looking pretty cool. I'm gonna keep going here, and once I get this piece filled, then we'll move on over there. I think I've finished. I am really happy with it, honestly. I like how aggressive it is. I went a little softer on it's like softer lines, you know, squiggles on the side, whatever that tribal kind of thing is. I usually prefer this. I still love that. I think it's good, and it flows with the valve cover a lot better, but I really do like this aggressive, real hard edges. I think I'm gonna go get some food, and then when we come back, we're gonna start transferring to the other side. I lied to y'all. I added one more little piece right here just to fill up this section. And now I think we're looking good. I'm just gonna start copying this other side and we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna start off with these edges just to kind of get a base of where I am, and then we'll start filling in with this stuff. Making some decent progress here. I've been at it for like an hour or two, I think. I've came up with this system where if I need to copy this angle, I just tape the whole thing out and cut it out with a razor blade, and then just flip it over here in the right spot and lay my lines. And now, very, very symmetrical. Those line up, it's looking good. Okay guys, I got it done. It's right there below me. I'm gonna reveal it to y'all real quick. Ready? This took forever. This is my first big panel piece that I've done that's not a valve cover, so here it is. I am very, very proud of this. This took forever. It's all very symmetrical. I really, really like the design. I guess let me know if you like it. It is crazy. I was gonna do just something simple that wasn't too crazy, but I saw a picture online and I just really loved all the different angles and all this stuff, and I really like it. And I'll spray a few coats of blue on it, and by tomorrow we should be able to peel it off and clear it. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm gonna start cleaning this up and we'll lay the first coat of blue on it. The design is fully painted out, the tape is peeled off. This is how it's gonna look. I still need to lay clear coat, but I was just gonna show y'all this design real quick. Here it is. This is the new trunk setup. I'm very happy with the turnout on this. It looks really good. I still need to touch up a few spots, as you can see. We're gonna clear it and put it on. I got the trunk on the car. It looks pretty cool. I like it, I think. I don't know. I can't really decide if I like it or not. I don't like it how it is with no wing. I've got the wing being painted black in here. We will put a riv nut in that and then put it on. And I'll show y'all the totally finished project. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this. I think it's cool, but it just doesn't flow very well, I don't think. I don't know. Might redo it at some point. We'll see though. It's finally time to wrap this video up. Finally got the wing on. Brake light is wired. Everything is all good. Trunk paint still looking pretty cool. I like it a lot more now with the wing on it. I don't know what it was about just the slick trunk that I was not feeling, but now I'm very happy with it. We shaved the third brake light on the trunk and put it on the wing. We've kind of dialed in a lot of things since. We got the cooling system done in this video, painted the valve cover, new intake tube, new fan shroud, wiring the fans, all of it is done. This car is kind of back in its good state again, and I'm very happy about that. I'm gonna go drive it right now. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. I know I say this often, but I think this one is probably very, very all over the place, because I would just forget to record and then decide not to record, and then I would start in the middle of nothing, and I apologize for that. I've got more stuff coming soon that's gonna be a lot more planned out and scheduled. So it won't be like this for long. I appreciate you guys for hanging in there. I'll see y'all in the next one.
I remember building an energy shield in your room like a temple, swallows in the windless field.